Maryland Department of Human Services employee used $400 in taxpayer money to pay for massages, then asked the business to alter its invoice so the state would approve the expense.
Spotlight on Maryland's Tessa Bentulin has the documents to prove it and the questions the agency still isn't answering.
An email obtained by Spotlight on Maryland shows a Department of Human Services employee directed $400 of public money to pay for massages for herself and 7 colleagues. Here is what I need the invoice to look like in order to be approved by finance, as we do not pay for massages, but we do pay for a wellness activity. That's what the employee wrote to the business owner, instructing that person how to write the invoice so it would not show the massages. The employee works under DHS's Adult Services Division in Baltimore County. She hired a mobile massage company in September to come to a leadership training event at a Sheraton Hotel in Towson. Spotlight on Maryland also has a copy of the invoice. It charged DHS $400 for facilitating wellness activity for APS leadership team during leadership training. No mention of massages at all, even though the business has the word massage in its name. Spotlight on Maryland is not naming the massage business out of concern for the business owner's safety and potential retaliation.
It appears to be some kind of fraud.
David Williams is the president of Taxpayers Protection Alliance, a government watchdog that tracks how your tax dollars are spent. He says $400 may seem like a drop in the bucket, but all that money adds up when lawmakers face a $1 billion gap heading into the 2026 legislative session.
Every expenditure needs to be scrutinized. State legislators are looking for places to cut spending, looking for ways to save money. This is where they start. This is the low-hanging fruit of expenses that the legislator and the governor should be looking at.
Spotlight on Maryland explained to DHS what we know, and a department spokeswoman says the expense is being looked into. We are reviewing the services offered by the vendor in question to determine if this was a permissible use of funds. This $400 expense was within the local department's delegated fiscal authority for approval. If we find state standards were violated, we will take appropriate action. But DHS did not answer any of Spotlight's questions that we asked several times, including, is it permissible activity under DHS policy for state employees to use taxpayer money to get massages? What is considered a wellness activity under DHS? And what action, if any, will be taken in this situation? Williams says the lack of clarity is troubling and highlights how easily questionable expenses can slip through the cracks when oversight is weak.
And I'm concerned that there are a lot of other expenses like this that they call something one thing, but they're spending money on something else. So there appears to be more investigation that needs to be done.
Spotlight on Maryland has filed a records request asking DHS for its policy on permissible employee expenses. We have also asked for any sort of policy that outlines what's considered a wellness activity. When we find out, we'll be sure to let you know. For Spotlight on Maryland, I'm Tessa Bentulin.
If you have a story tip for our Spotlight on Maryland team, you can call 410-467-4670 or email them at spotlightonmaryland@sbgtv.com. I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.